Hi friends, I just got done working out, so I am a hot mess. So, sorry about it. But I just wanted to get on here, and Connor's probably going to run in because I can hear him running back and forth, and share a little story with you. It'll be short and sweet. I always say that, and then my videos are like 20-30 minutes long, but it should be short and sweet. Today, I had the privilege of working in Connor's room for a little while, and I normally, sorry, people never text me until I start videoing. I normally do not work in his room, so I am not with him all day long. But I was in there for just a little while today, and it was time to go, and we were getting them lined up, having them get their backpacks and things and line up to go. Here he comes. Hi. You want to say hi? Pick it up. Legit ran a loop around the kitchen and left, so that's probably going to keep happening. So they were getting their things and they were lining up, okay? And Connor goes over and picks up another little boy's iPad. And the little boy looks at me and he says, "That's mine." And I get it from Connor. Connor had got it out of this little boy's cubby. And I get it from Connor and I'm like, "That's not yours. That's," almost said his name. I'm trying to be careful. "That's not yours." And the next thing I know, and this is crazy chaotic because we're trying to get all these kids ready and get out the door with them, and so this was insanity. I was with someone else, but still, it was a little bit crazy. You know how the end of the day is, especially if you work in the school system. And so I tell him, "No, that's not yours." Here he goes. Okay, maybe I'll get through this story eventually. So I tell him, "No, that's not yours." And I take it from him and I give it to the little boy it belongs to, okay? And the next thing I know, he's bawling. Like I'm hurt, bawling. And I'm looking at him like, what in the world? So I sit him down in a chair and I'm like, "What?" I was like, "You're fine, you're fine." I sit him down in a chair. I get all the other kids, all their stuff, everybody's ready, and then I get him and we go. And I don't really remember what point it dawned on me, but it dawned on me at some point that he was not getting the little boy's iPad. He was getting it for that little boy. He had it, and I think he was going to turn and give it to that little boy. And when I got on to him and said, "That's not yours," because he doesn't get this little boy's iPad. He knows it's not his. And when I got on to him and said, "That's not yours," it hurt his feelings. It really hurt his feelings, which makes me really sad that I hurt his feelings, which I'm his mom. That's going to happen all the time, but it makes me really sad. So I wanted to get on here and share that. It's not a happy story. It's not a funny story. It's sad. But the reason I wanted to share that is because that is just a day in the life of someone who's nonverbal. We misunderstand them. And they act out. They cry. I totally misunderstood him if I would have just stepped back and let him. But things were crazy, and you had this little boy's iPad, and anyway, I probably reacted wrongly. And again, I'm never in his room, so he may get that and hand that to that little boy every afternoon. I have no idea. But I felt like garbage. I felt so bad. So I got him, and I got him eye to eye. And this is what I always do. Talk, not just with him, with anybody. Talk to them. I got down, I knelt down on the floor, I got eye to eye with him, and I told him, "I'm sorry. I realize that you were trying to help, and you were trying to give him his iPad, and Mommy took it from you because Mommy thought you were trying to take his iPad, and I reacted wrongly." And I think it's super important that we get down on their level and that we talk to them. And I think that it's super important that no matter how hectic or chaotic things are, we try to take a step back and see the situation and what's going on. And had I done that, there he is. Had I done that, I think I would have realized what was going on. He could have handed the iPad to the little boy, and I wouldn't have caused him to get so upset because I wouldn't have misunderstood him. And those who are nonverbal have plenty to say, folks, just because they can't put it out in words that we hear. They will speak to us. They have thoughts. You know, so often I see people talk in front of people that are nonverbal like they do not understand them. Like this video I'm making right now, he knows what I'm talking about, okay? Hi. Hi. He knows what you're saying. Not just him. All individuals. And so let's watch what we say. Let's watch how we react. And let's take a step back and take the time to hear them. And it's hard. Connor communicates fairly well. He's getting better. He's got, this summer, this was all new, he got to where he would get me by the hand and take me to stuff. And he would never do that before. He used to tell me when he wanted to eat. He would tell me if he wanted more. This was eat. And he would tell me if he was all done. He would do all these things. And he has, my heart don't want to say regressed in that area because I never want to say regressed, but he's regressed in that area. He does not do that anymore. I'm telling you what, I honestly don't know how long he'd go without eating, without telling me. Because he probably hasn't signed to eat or more in over a year, I'm going to guess. It's just like when it's mealtime, I feed him. And he knows when it's mealtime, I'm going to feed him. So he doesn't have to sign eat or more. But like as a mother, maybe you should wait until they ask. But I just can't do that because I know he's hungry, you know. And so sometimes we enable them to get comfortable and not have to communicate as much. And I don't want to be an enabler. I don't want to ever give him a pass. I don't want to ever not push him to be better and to do better. But at the same time, obviously, I'm not going to neglect or be too hard on him. And so it's a juggle. It's a hard balance. And if you're a special needs parent or sibling or family member, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so I just wanted to get on here and say that they have feelings. Their feelings are valid. And a lot of times when they're upset or angry and lashing out, we've missed something they were trying to tell us. Just like my story today, I completely missed what was going on because I let the chaos around me keep me from listening to him. And truth be told, that probably happens so often. It just doesn't normally hurt his feelings enough where he cries. But today it did. It really hurt his feelings, and I feel really sad for that. But we've talked about it. We've moved on. I cannot sit and wallow in it, and that's one thing I have learned. You have got to let stuff roll off, because if not, you are going to be torn up. I don't know what he is doing. You are going to be torn up all the time, and he does not need that. He needs a happy mom, and so I try super hard to just let it go. Let it fly, and to be happy and content in life. And yeah, so that's my story for today. Short and sweet, but a big deal and a big topic. And I could go in way deeper, but I'm trying to keep this short. So anyway, I'm going to get off here. And so take the time to listen. It does not have to be verbal words for people to speak to you. If you'll listen, you'll understand better, and there'll be way less lashing out and sadness and emotions. And yeah. So that's what I wanted to get on here and say, and I will talk to you guys next time.